Go ahead. I'm not on camera yet. Okay. Are you gonna close them or open them? Oh, okay. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 07.08.2026. Current time is 0602 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. And this, whoop, what happened? Oh, are we still there? Messed with my microphone. Hold it. Hang on. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, microphone a little jittery. Hang on. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, wait a minute. I know it's a power cord. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, what's going on here? One more time. Let's see. I think my cables are messed up. Okay, let's see. Testing one, two, three. Hello, hello, hello. Are we still? Let me check my volume. Is this a Monday? Is this a Monday? Okay. I think I can hear myself. Yeah, I just checked my volume. You can hear me, but I can't hear myself. I hear myself just slightly in the background and stuff. But good morning, folks. It's here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Yeah, lots of laughs, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Our Jersey girl is here. Yeah, just I reached what? Oh, I reached for something. I touched a wire or something. I got a loose wire back there and stuff. I got a rat's nest of wires back here for cables and stuff. Okay, we got the times here. But good morning, folks. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble, at Fireman Rich over on X, at Fireman Rich on all those other fine social media platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich. You'll see where I'm at, or just check the show notes. And we do have the morning coffee this morning. As we move forward from that little oopsie, that's just all the cables going into the Behringer 802. And but we are getting our day started here with a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTDD. And good morning, Tony. Salute to you. Hashtag positive start to the day. Tony says good morning. Okay, there you go. The missus says good morning. She's up and she has her coffee here. And so what's going on here on the there's something going on with the thing, but I think I can't hear myself, but I can hear. Um, yeah, I have audio. I'm just so used to hearing myself in the background here and stuff like that. But we are getting our day started here. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, middle of the week. Good morning to Tony. Salute to you, my friend, and coming in on the starting off on the YouTube side, and then. Um, uh, what is it? Got the salute on the Rumble. Yeah, we got six people on Rumble, one person on YouTube, one person on Locals, and two people's on Twitch. And Tina, our Jersey girl, saying good morning. Good morning to you, Tina. Glad to have you here as far as that goes. And maybe turn that off. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, let's see what happens there. Okay. Good morning, Tina. And she's yeah, we had some static there as far as that goes. So just this isn't a highly financed production of live streaming here, and she's laughing her ass off this morning. And but we're starting the day with a good cup of morning coffee here. First cup in the morning here. And I hope everybody's having a good week so far as that goes. I am, for the most part. You can see we got the windows open here to bring in some of the cool, fresh air from outside as far as that goes. And let's see, do I got the temperature on there? I think what I put the temperature? Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay, it's actually dropped the temperature since we. Okay, let me go ahead and put that there. So we're just getting squared away here. But we're having a good week so far. Monday, I got good news to report that um, I won my chess game. I won my chess game Monday night, and I won it overwhelmed. My um, neighbor there. Every Monday I go down to his house to play chess. He has a very nice chessboard, and I want to bring something up here because I did make a note of it. And I made mention. He made this chessboard. It's from, I thought it was like 3 woods, but he has 5 woods and different types of wood incorporated into this chessboard. And here's the list. He has Wagner, whatever Wagner is. It's a very high end wood. It's a decorative wood. He has a thin line of that in there, bordering the chessboard. He has oak, walnut, maple, and cherry, all incorporated into this chessboard. I think Double J's asked us that question as far as that goes, as far as what types of woods. Um, Tina says good morning also. There you go, Tina. Yeah, she's up. She's up and about, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Mrs. Up. So Monday I played, and last week I lost both games. I'm back on my winning track there. I had a very specific opening strategy and all that. And hey, good morning to Farmer coming in from Commieville, the Commonwealth of Virginia. There. What's that? Yeah, and the missus says, "Good morning, also, Farmer. Love the flags. Love the flags. God bless America." And glad to see you here, Farmer. And so we played the game. I had a specific strategy, and I stuck to it. And I ended up I ended up forking his queen, and took his queen, and the game was over. Basically, I was just being very cautious. This game, in particular, I made sure that I was taking my time, and so it was a very my roommate, or not my room, my neighbor said it was a good game. He didn't know if he didn't lose his queen, the game would have gone a little bit longer than what it did. But if I lose my queen, which believe me, firsthand, I know when I lose my queen, that's it. I want to tip over my king. But we played out a little bit until well, usually if you lose your queen, it's like a domino effect. You'd make a stupid move the next time, and I did that last. Oh God, it was last Monday and Wednesday. So yeah, the games last week. Well, last Wednesday, I did a specific strategy. I was playing white. It was a different type of opening, but I blundered my queen. I moved it into a spot where just like you couldn't believe I moved it there. So you play chess. Sometimes you do that. You get focused on one thing, as far as that goes. And good morning to the missus from Farmer. Thank you, Farmer. And Tony D is saying good morning to Farmer from Twitch over to the YouTube. Or no, he's on Rumble. Rumble to Rumble. And Tony's saying good morning to Tina, Twitch to Twitch. Yeah, we missed you last night, Tony. I had Michael on last night. I did an impromptu broadcast, the old Haps way of doing things. Just come up just for. And Tina says good morning to Farmer also. We're on for about an hour. Michael was in his rare form, and Tina saying good morning to Tony on the Twitch. So we got the active chat going here, and so I was on for about an hour. I didn't know what to do because I watched both. I watched the World Cup yesterday, and I watched the Argentina and Egypt game. That was a really good game. It looked like Egypt was going to win the game, but Argentina came back like gangbusters towards the end. They scored 3 goals, 2 of them in stoppage time, I believe. Or no, just the last one to win the game. It was like the last minute of stoppage time or something like that. And but they ended up winning. And I watched the second half of the Switzerland Colombia game, and they went into a shootout, and Switzerland won. So the knockout round for the Sweet 16, as we would call it in the NCAA March Madness, is over. So they move to the quarterfinals. And Farmer saying good morning to Tina. But I won the chess game, so we got a chess game today. at the library for chess club, and see if I can win again. I'm looking at it. It's sort of it's the same type of strategy. And if you're listening, Lud 1954. He's laughing. If he's watching, I don't know. He's on Rumble. If he's on Rumble watching, he'll laugh because. Um, but we have fun. I really look forward to these chess games because they're really good. We have good conversation afterwards. So it's those little things that I appreciate. You can't put a price on that. And as far as that goes, so I count my blessings as far as being able to do that with my neighbor and stuff like that. I know Jim does too and stuff. So I shout out to him. He's a damn good chess player. I tell you that. Um, but last night we were on impromptu. There was nothing on because I watched World Cup in the afternoon, and then right after, just before, was it just before dinner it ended? Yeah, no, it started. I watched it, the two games I watched, and then there was really nothing on a Tuesday night, and I didn't feel like gaming, so I just figured I'd come up, and we had seven. I had my seven. I had the seven platforms up there, and I was trying to do the calling thing with Michael and Tony. I think Michael tried doing it with his smartphone. He did the same thing. Same thing happened to him that happened to you. You know what it is? The app is not updated. I'm just gonna say that the app is not updated to uh, uh, Rumble 2.0 Canvas because that's why you can. Ted Hicks did it on the web page. If you do it on the web page, you're going to come into the Rumble 2.0, but on the Rumble app, it's not updated. So I got to look for that to be updated. I think it was updated back in June, but they Rumble 2.0 Canvas was still in beta. So I believe that's the issue for the app. You have to come in on the PC or laptop. You can't do it on the mobile yet, as far as that goes. Because I tried it last night with Michael, and he was just getting home from work, so I just brought him up on the camera, and we had a good conversation there. I told him no football, no NFL football. He does enough of that. I watch enough of his broadcasts on replays there. It says I got my fill of football. Let's talk about World Cup, and other things. So it felt just like being on Haps. Though it's just I got to do. I think I'm. What did I entitle that? It's the same title I said for Sunday, but I put Tuesday. A Tuesday look at things. So I'm gonna probably use that as my generic, just pop up. On the off days if I'm not doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday broadcast. If I don't game, I'll go ahead. Because I was thinking about Good Morning America, but Good Morning America, I reserve that for my if I get on my political thing, which I don't really have. I mean, I haven't had a desire to do that because there's enough people whining and crying and complaining about. And that's on both sides and stuff because there was some big news that dropped yesterday. I'm not even going to go into it because it's like I said, there's more important things to talk about than this political bullshit. So, though you have to be aware of it, okay? Don't I'm not shutting it off. That you still have to be aware of it and stuff like that. But I'm trying to just keep on the positive, upbeat and stuff like that because it's more important and such. So we had a good time last night, and I know Michael enjoyed it. He wanted to stay on longer too. He kept on putting this out, putting this. Yep, that's the old Michael from Haps and stuff like that. And we brought it. We're talking about you as far as how you're doing AI generated pictures and stuff like that. And the one picture, I mean this as a compliment, Tony. The one picture you uh, you look younger, okay? But you know the act. I can't think of the actor, but the actor in the Mummy that plays the Mummy when he gets his full face, you look like a younger version of him. It's when Michael brought it up, I was like, whoa, that looks. It's so. But he's doing the AI music. You doing the AI pictures. I'm doing a little bit of AI, but um I got Gemini on my new tablet there. I haven't really been having a conversation with Gemini of late, but it is on my new tablet. I gotta get rid of this box after this week. Probably goes into the trash day today, but we'll probably be in the trash next week. So see, I got one of these, and it comes with Gemini, Google Gemini on board. So I usually have conversations with Gemini. I guess if I'm talking about need some research or something like that on my phone. Now I got it on the tablet, which is cool and such. So, but we are in the middle of the week, and you can see where the windows are open. It's foggy out right now. There's a lot of fog out there. And I did not mow the lawns yesterday because it looked like it was wet still from the day before. It was damp and overcast, cloudy, and it looked like it was going to rain, but there was no rain on the radar as far as that goes. But um, so I'm going to be mowing the lawns today, and in lieu of a walk, I'll probably start about 9:30, 10 o'clock to get done. Be taking out the riding lawnmower and tool around on that. But we're getting a day. We've got foggy. It's foggy out there. I mean, it's right. You can see the fog. I can't even see the other side of the neighbor's house here. That's how much fog is out there this morning. Let's see. Currently, we have a temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit here in the southern tier of upstate New York. That equates to about 17 degrees, 17.7 degrees Celsius here, and it's nice having the windows open, fresh air coming in because it's 72 in the house, but I can feel the fresh air coming in. So it's about an 8 degree difference, but it's a comfortable 72. It's a comfortable 72 here in the house. So it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 17.7 degrees Celsius here in upstate New York. And our weather for today, we're gonna have partly cloudy, high 84. It only got in the low 70s yesterday, and winds out of the south by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's moderate. I don't think yeah, they're pretty calm right now. I don't see the branches moving in the upper trees. Sun rose this morning at 5:38 a.m. 5:38, and let's see, that was 57 minutes ago. 57 minutes ago, the sun rose here in southern tier of upstate New York at 5:38 a.m. and it'll be setting at 8:44 p.m. We're working towards. I want to see that 9 o'clock. We're going to hit that 9 o'clock this month, I think. 9 o'clock, but tonight it's 8:44. But it's daylight still. There's still some daylight out there for a good 45 minutes or so. And so there we have that. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:20 a.m. I wonder if there's a connection here. Let me check this. No, that connection's still good. Okay. At 12:20 a.m. in Honolulu, Hawaii, it's clear skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 3:20 a.m., clear skies in Phoenix, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, they're getting a little bit of a warm spell there. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois at 5:20 a.m., clear skies in Chicago, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle at 6:20 a.m., 6:21 a.m., 6:21 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. We have sunny and clear down in New York City, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a good temperature. And let's see, Tina, you didn't put up. Did I don't see? Well, let me check it here. I don't see it in the comment. Hey, good morning, Gen X. Gen X is in the house. Good morning, Gen X. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a good week. Good start to your morning here. And I could have gone. I could have done it this way. Let's see. Let's check this. Okay, Tina, you didn't put up. I don't get any weather from you for Central Jersey, there, Tina. I didn't see it up on the Twitch there. Tony's letting us know that down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit currently, 75 for the lows, 94 for the high, mostly cloudy. So um, I'm double checking, and Yeah, I'm not seeing the what. Okay. There's an oops there. Tina's usually pretty good with the weather and stuff for Central Jersey. I'm sure it's about the same as what we have up here in the southern tier of upstate New York, because it's only where Tina lives. It's about a 3.5. For me, it'd be a 4 hour drive. I don't drive that well now, as far as that goes, and and such. So it looks like it's going to be a warm one down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, and as far as that goes, it's there. Oh, I see it. How come I see it now? As soon as you said that, my eyes went right for it. My bad, my bad. How come I didn't see that over here on the Surface Three? Let's see. Yeah, that's right after your good morning. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot to scroll up on the Twitch. My bad. So, oh man, is this a Monday? I just said that again. I repeated myself. Okay, down there in central New Jersey, the weather that Tina did put up, and I just a dumbass, I didn't see it. Um, she says it's going to be 66 for the low, 81, and sunny down in central New Jersey. Thank you very much, Tina, as always, and also thank you, Tony, for your updated weather. Yeah, you didn't have to repeat. It was there. I'm not even going to post your second one because it was aware. I'm a horse's butt. I know it's there. It's there now. As soon as you posted that right there, I'm looking right at it, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's par for course, though. All right, it's just like you're talking to the bonehead broadcaster here. We do have a thought for the day. It comes from a great American poet. That's Robert Frost. He was a celebrated American poet, teacher, and lecturer who remains a central figure in American literature. He is. He is very prominent in literature. He's known for his simple yet profound style and his focus on rural imagery, human nature, universal experiences, and Frost's poetry often express complex themes and with the deepest existential questions. He's known for the use of traditional forms and meters and his skills use of language and imagery. So, when he writes things, it paints a picture for you, clear cut. So, our thought for today and our quote from Mr. Robert Frost goes as follows: The best way out is through. Think about it. The best way out is through. Robert Frost. So you're thinking, what the hell did through? Through what? Through whatever you're doing. His meaning is basically rather than avoid difficulties, which we often do, or seek shortcuts, which, yeah, we're always looking for that shortcut, we must directly confront and endure our challenges to truly resolve them and grow. And so you're going through them. You don't go around them, you don't take the shortcut and stuff. You go through those difficulties, and we become a better person, a stronger person, and we get to learn something about ourselves as far as that goes. So thank you, Robert Frost. God bless and Godspeed, sir. That was a good one. And yep, that's it. There's another one. Good one there, Gen X. I took the road less traveled. Yes, exactly. But sometimes that road's less traveled is a shortcut. And I think Robert Frost says, you can't avoid your what's right in front of you. You can't put it off. You can only put off so much, and you got to deal with it. I think he's dealing with issues and stuff. But yeah, but if you can do it with shortcuts and it alleviates, I agree with it. The road, I took the road less traveled. And usually that's a good thing because everybody wants to be, the natural thing of things with human nature is everybody wants to be just like this person. No, be your own person. So thank you, Robert Frost. He's a good. I read quite a bit back in my literature days there for when I took Lit 101, 102 at University of Maryland over in Italy. Um, Dr. Sapita, God bless her. She was a great professor. She was, I mean, when I took, I often tell this story. When I took Lit 101, getting bit into my community college at Air Force college studies, all my general ed was through the University of Maryland, and my fire studies was through City College of Chicago. And my first night sitting there, and Dr. Sapita was going over the curriculum for the semester, and I'm like looking at this. I'm like, oh man, I'm in over my head here. I'm like, I can't do college. The college courses for on the fire side, because I got my degree in fire science, is like was very interesting. I was really, but the general ed was, but she made it interesting and stuff, and I endured it. I went through it. I went through the course, and I had such a great time. 102, when the openings came up for the next semester, to because I had to take 101 and 102. I didn't put it off. That was the first course I signed up for her course for 102, because she was a great professor. I ended up pulling, I think it was a B or B minus and stuff. So, which I was surprised. I would be happy with just a C, but I ended up pulling a B, and so I learned a lot about myself through there. I challenged myself, because I'm not the most literate person, I guess, in that sense. Um, Tina saying good morning to Gen X on the Twitch to the Rumble side there. So let's see, what do we got? We got eight people on Rumble. There we go. Thank you, Rumble. One person on Locals, one person on YouTube, and one person on Twitch. Our National Day. Oh God, we got to get some of these. I remember having those. Oh, I already have. Well, we have Scud Day. What's Scud Day? When you get a mustache or something? We have National Raspberry Days. I'm not too fond of raspberries. They're okay. We had some strawberries last night for dessert. Strawberry shortcake with vanilla ice cream. Oh my God, was that good? Those strawberries. Oh, I'm eating more strawberries this year, I think, in the whole time in my life. We got National Cucumber Day. They're refreshing. Oh, actually, no, that was squash that was in the pasta last night. The missus made up her own sauce there with some squash, and oh, not too many. No, too many seeds. Yeah, there's a lot of seeds in that. Raspberries and blackberries and stuff. They have a lot of seeds in them. Yeah, they're still good. They're still good, but I don't like eating a lot. I like strawberries though. The strawberries are good. Cucumbers. No, that was squash. She had squash cut up in the pasta last night. We had. Um, let's see. I was going to go with this one. National Chocolate with Almond Day. That's a good one, but I got to go with this other one because it pertains to, um, and I used to we used to have a whole bunch of these in the freezer during um, the summertime when I worked at the day job. There's a couple guys, and then one guy brought in a whole bunch, and then it got to be a point where the next summer everybody chipped in, and the freezer was chock full. Where you just go, if it was a hot day, you just got a couple of these. And what I'm talking about is National Freeze Pop. Who doesn't like a freeze pop? Okay, it's summertime, 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 summertime. So today is hashtag National Freeze Pop Day. In the heat of summer, which these could have come in handy the last week or two with the hot weather. National Freeze Pop Day brings the sweet chill of relief. On July 8th, grab one of the Americans' favorite ways to cool down off with a frozen sweet treat. Hashtag National Freeze Pop Day. Um, and Tina says, yes, our freezer is packed with them too. Okay, yeah. They're always good to have. They're really refreshing. Freeze pops have a long history, one that's over 60 years old, and the history includes kids and summer fun. What's better than getting outdoors and spending time with friends and family? Well, perhaps cooling off with a freezer full of. We just talked about a freezer full of free of pops in every flavor of the rainbow. Summer is one of the best times of year. And I think that, yeah, despite the heat, it's important to keep the freezer or cooler stocked with the freeze pops of a variety of textures. Um, uh, so there it is. It's a simple treat, frozen ice with flavoring and stuff like that. Tina's laughing at that. They're a fun. They're a fun treat to have too. I remember them as a kid. That was a real big thing to have those. There was uh, the neighborhood I grew up on, the street I grew up on. We'd always, we're like a bunch of pack rats and stuff. And there's like several houses on the street that where you went and you were playing outside. The mom would come out with all these freeze pops. I remember that back in my younger day when I was just a young lad. Okay, there's that. Let's see what else we got here. We're moving on here. That was the National Day, and let's see. Everything's looking good on the. Let's see. Your daughter buys too many of them. Yeah. Yesterday we had the audio podcast over on Spotify for creators at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, and we also repurposed the Monday, Wednesday, Friday broadcast over there on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. So for the listeners there from Spotify, um, we did the Fireman Rich audio podcast yesterday morning, and it was an interesting article that I presented in that one. It's only about 30, 40. I think I went to full 45 minutes. And I could make it an hour easily, but I try and keep myself within that time frame because it's audio, and some podcasts they go on for you know, and this broadcast goes on for 2 hours, but there's people that listen to it over there on Spotify, so I appreciate the listens. But the interesting article I bring to the audio podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we'll be doing it again this Thursday, was we look out into the cosmos with these telescopes that we have here on Earth, especially with the James Webb Telescope, and they're going to be aiming at this particular area of the sky where they're or out there in outer space. Talked about two super puff planets lighter than cotton candy discovered by researchers. Now these planets are bigger than our Jupiter, but their density is I guess you could stand on them and stuff like that, but their density is light. Our density on Earth is like 5.5. In the article, it said and these two planets are orbiting a dwarf star located about 1,110 miles. So I get into um, that article, and just reading it, I'm just thinking in my mind, geez, you know, when you can't get there anytime soon when it's 1,000 plus light years away. But could you imagine the density of the information they get through these telescopes? And it's just basically from the light, or else if the planet is passing in front of a larger object, you can see the shadow, and they can analyze this light, and then from that it just comes like a whole bunch of math calculations and stuff, because science, the language of science is math. So it's a pretty interesting article and stuff. But could you see you landed on a planet that's larger than the size of Jupiter, and it's all made of cotton candy? You get sick of cotton candy. So that we did that yesterday, and that was a good article. And then we had the broadcast with Michael last night, which was a fun thing. It's just like Sunday. Sunday was with Sunday night was with Tony and Ted Hicks. They were up here and stuff, and it just reminded me so much of being back on Haps there, the clowning around and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? 42 minutes. We're going to go to 100 years ago, and with Roger Luther on Fox 40, which I have no affiliation, again, full disclosure. I'm just a consumer of their news off their web pages. And I present it here for information purposes. But before we go to that, I just noticed we just popped to 10. So let's go ahead and do a read ad campaign. Thank you very much, Rumble, for doing that. Let's go ahead. We accept terms. Let's see if we can get one up here. Let's go ahead and do a read ad campaign. We're at 10. We haven't done one in a while. Let's see what we can do here. Let's refresh it. And Rumble Premium. We were talking about this the other day as far as that goes. And let's see. Do a Rumble wallet. No, we'll do Rumble. Now let's do the Rumble wallet. Let's see. We're going to review that. We're going to put it on the right side. And let's see. Okay, let's see. I have the Rumble wallet. There it is. You can. It's another way of doing exchange of monies here online and stuff like that. And but we hear a lot about crypto, and I haven't been venturing too much into crypto of lately, but I do have crypto, and primarily to know about it and learn about it. I don't want to be ignorant about it. So, but here's the part most people miss: crypto was created so you could actually own and control your money, because if it's online and stuff, and you can control it. Um, well, you're limited. If there's no internet, you can't really get to it, but you can eventually get to it. You don't have to worry about the bank hours and stuff. But after the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designated as an alternative to banks. And I bought some things. I'm not going to bring them up, but I've always shown you the stuff that I bought with crypto. It's pretty easy. So instead of bank holding your money, delay transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. Well, you should be controlled with your money in the bank, but it's more convenient as far as that goes. And if you ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, I don't think I've ever had to do that. Well, I guess when you buy a house or something, you got to wait for that to clear. I don't know if I'd ever buy a house with crypto though, but you felt that problem. You just anxiety and stuff like that. Now, fast forward to today, and everybody's heard of crypto by now. If you haven't, you're under a rock. But getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use, and I do have Rumble. You can see if you want to make you don't have to, but if you do, there's a Rumble wallet hotkey there on the bottom there. Where is it? It's right to the left of the join. That's the Rumble wallet that I have on. But it only takes it's not all that complex. I thought it was easy peasy. It was less than 2 minutes to put it on my Rumble. It takes all the complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar backed stable coins, or even digital gold backed by real coins. No complicated setups. It's connected with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank, and be up and running in minutes. So you can put stuff in there using your credit cards and stuff like that, which I don't do that. I just get the crypto, I mine it online, and I put it in the because I got two other crypto wallets there too. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator, like me, directly. You just hit the thing, and if you have a Rumble, you can go to Rumble Wallet to Rumble Wallet. But don't I'm not I'm not hurting for money, so I use it just to have it up there and stuff to support Rumble. Yeah, so do this now. Scan the QR code. There's the QR code right there, and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and then you're in the game. You can buy crypto. It's in just a few minutes. You can go from here, from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. And um, I own a little bit. I think I got up as high as maybe 100 to $125. I think I only got like $30 of crypto now and stuff like that. So there's our Read AI campaign. I want to say thank you to Rumble, for the folks on Rumble, for allowing me to do this. Thank you, Rumble Wallet, also. Love promoting things here on Rumble. So, and there we go. We just completed a Read ad campaign. Easy peasy. We haven't done one of those in a while. I got to just make sure afterwards in the descriptions on YouTube. On YouTube, you got to check a thing that there's a read ad campaign in there, and also on Twitch I put that. That's a requirement for the Rumble, so we can do another one. Maybe if we do the other one, we'll do Rumble Premium. That's in 20 minutes. Okay, so there we go. And yes, Farmer, thank you. We did have 10. I saw that as soon as I clicked the 10. And I got to wait 20 minutes to do another one if we do another. We might be able to do it. I've been doing it a lot more, so I really appreciate the Rumble views, folks. I need a minimum of 10 to do a few of them and stuff like that. Let's see. Gen X has given us some crypto info. Number one crypto rule: never invest more than you are willing to lose. That's just like gambling too. One time, the one and only time I went to a casino, I went to a bunch of casinos. The day I spent down in Atlantic City, before I went, my older brother told me, don't spend or bet. And I lost. They took a couple $100. I lost 150. I had fun, but just before I left, I gained that $150 back, plus another $100 to the last couple hours I was at before taking the bus home. Yeah, that's good advice there. And let's see. Farmer says, "Nice read. You got me considered." Yeah, it's I have it. I don't use the crypto wallets that much, and we're back up to 10 again. I can't read another one for 20 minutes, folks. But it's always fun reading those. I like to promote Rumble, and so I do have it on my webpage as far as that goes. So actually, I should take that $30 of crypto and I should put it in the Rumble and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, what we're doing? Oh, we're doing 100 years ago. Let's go ahead. We're at 49 minutes into the broadcast here. Let's go ahead and let's get set up for. Let me see. Let's see. We got rid of that. Let's go to 100 years. Share that. This is 100 years as of July 6th. It would be Monday, as far as that goes, 100 years ago. So let's go ahead and bring this up and give it a listen here. Let's see. Bring it up on the stage. There's the young lady. I guess she's back from the Independence Day weekend. So let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. And let's see what they have to say here. 100 years ago, as of July 6th, which was this past Monday.
Welcome back. Tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, and it's brought to you by AVRE.
100 years ago today, it was announced today that construction will start in a few weeks on a new $400,000 theater on Exchange Street. New Playhouse will incorporate all the latest features in modern theater design, and it'll be used for the presentation of vaudeville and motion pictures. A new pipe organ will be featured in a concert at the Binghamton Theater next week. Huge instrument weighs nearly 6 tons and fills the entire width of the theater stage. It was designed and built by Ed Link at the factory of the Link Company on Water Street. George F. Johnson recently sent a letter to the mayor of Binghamton and Common Council suggesting that baseball games be permitted to be played in city parks on Sundays after church hours. And finally, 3 young men were arrested at Fayette and Henry Streets on Saturday night when they were caught shooting crabs. And that was the news, July 6, 1926.
Oh my Lord, they were playing craps. They were illegal gambling on the streets, folks. Illegal gambling. Oh my Lord. That was 100 years ago. Thank you, Roger Luther on Fox 40. And for that, they were shooting the craps. You can't do that. It's illegal gambling. Some young men, 3 young men. They were probably they were probably the kids there that grew up here that we've been doing this for a couple years now. The young men that were the kids that stole the candy and stuff. They were shooting rolling the dice there and stuff like that. Now, George F. Johnson, I've talked extensively about him on the broadcast here. Very significant person back during 1926. As far as influential, he was the CEO, chairman of the board, and owner proprietor of Endicott Johnson Shoes, and sending a letter to the mayor because I guess it was a local thing. They didn't allow playing baseball or sports on Sundays, which, man, freaking football is the biggest thing on during the winter time there for football season in the fall and early winter. But baseball, yeah, that's a good time to have a game. I guess I don't know when they had it, but it took influential people like George F. Johnson to say, "Hey, we need to play some baseball after we go to church." New pipe organ, that was a big, heavy thing there. Um, Featured in a concert at Binghamton Theater. A huge investment, weighs nearly 6 tons for this. So, geez, that's a big musical instrument. And they announced construction, the start of a new $400,000 theater on Exchange Street, and that's how they did. They did vaudeville, and that was the entertainment of the year or of the day back then, as far as that goes. So, let's see. Let's go back up here to this, and we'll go to this one here. And yeah, yes, those rascals. We had those rascals shooting the craps, or else they were the father of the kids that stole this stuff. Oh, geez, it's always funny. It's always funny. That's a nice chuckle there as far as that goes. So, yes, those rascals. Oh my. Let's see. In other history, 250 years ago today, the Liberty Bell was rung in Philadelphia to call citizens to hear the newly signed Declaration of Independence, and or at least that's what is said to have happened. No contemporary account of the ringing is known to exist, but there is a historical document that when the Declaration was read publicly in Philadelphia, bells rang around the city to commemorate it. And so that and the bell is not in the bell tower anymore. Let's see. In 1948, you had the United States Air Force first accepted first females recruits um, into the active service. They were called the Women in the Air Force, but they were activated during the after World War II. And let's see, the first 1958, the first gold record album that was presented by Record Industries Association of America to the soundtrack and LP of Oklahoma. I love that play. That's a good play. They made a movie of it, and it's a good play. Um, let's see, 1969, U.S. troops began withdrawing from Vietnam as 800 men from the Ninth Infantry Division were sent home. And it wasn't until 1972 or 73 that we actually got out of the war, 73. Year 2000, the fourth installment of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, Goblin of Fire, was released, breaking all publishing records with an initial print of 5.3 million copies. Boy, did she. And let's see, what do we have on the AP side? On the AP side, not sure what's going on with that. Let me check the audio here real quick. Okay, yeah, it's still good. Today being July 8th, the 189th day of 2026. There's 176 days left in this year. 1776, Colonel John Nixon gave the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence outside the State House in Philadelphia. So maybe just before he came out, that's when they went ding, ding, ding with the Liberty Bell. And 1889, the first issue of the Wall Street Journal was published. It's an okay. I don't read the Wall Street Journal. I don't even read the New York Times. But let's see. Now, 1853, an expedition led by U.S. Commodore Matthew Perry arrived at Edo Bay, Japan, on a mission to seek diplomatic and trade relations with Japan, with the Japanese. They were very secluded back then in the day. In 1947, on this day, a New Mexico newspaper. Ooh, this was what was known as the UFO crash. But in the New Mexico newspaper on this day, in 1947. The Rosdale Daily Record quoted officials that would be United States Army Air Force officials at Roswell Army Airfield as saying they had recovered a flying saucer that crashed onto a ranch. Officials then said it actually was a weather balloon. I think the evidence is saying that was a bunch of bullshit. It was an actual UFO. Because you look at the picture of the officer that is showing the weather balloon, he has this look on his face, and his grandkids, I guess, heard the story from him that it wasn't a weather balloon. They were trying to cover up. Let's see, 1950, President Harry S. Truman named General Douglas MacArthur Commander-in-Chief of the United Nations forces in Korea. President Truman would fire General MacArthur for insubordination 9 months later. I think he wanted to go bomb some bridges that were from China into North Korea. And he said, no, you can't do that. And General MacArthur, though, a great American general. And let's see, what else do we have? In 2011, the 135th and final shuttle mission began when Space Shuttle Atlantis launched from Kennedy Space Center. So the Atlantis, on this day back in 2011, that was the last time we launched a shuttle. And we went to, we hitched a ride with the Russians there for a number of years before SpaceX came along with their rockets, as far as that goes. So there's our history. In sports, our baseball scores from Monday. The New York Yankees, they finally win a game against the Rays on Monday night, 5-1. New York Mets, they won a game also against the New York Braves. That's good. That's starting the week off right. Let's see, what did they do last night? New York Yankees lost to the Rays. Okay, they lost, and the Mets, they lost to the Royals, 16-12. Woo, there's some hitting in that ball game last night down there in New York, in Queens. Today, the Yankees and Rays continue at 6:40, and Mets and Royals at 7:10. And tomorrow, the Mets and Royals play at 1:10 in the afternoon. Yankees and Rays tomorrow at 1:10 also. And we'll find out if they won any of those games on Fridays mornings. The World Cup, it's all finished. We had the last set of games going on. Monday night, Spain beat Portugal. And the big news for Monday night, I won my chess game, but the U.S. lost to Belgium. Belgium just outplayed the United States. Let's just be frank. They just got outplayed, and Belgium played a good game, 4-1. That's nothing to, they didn't win by luck or anything like that. Just the U.S. team just looked flat. They just looked really flat, and as far as that goes, and well, just have to wait till the next one, but. Spain and Belgium move on. I watched this game yesterday, Argentina and Egypt. Argentina, they were losing up until towards the end. Messi, he got his 8th goal, so he leads. That's the Argentina. What do they call him? He's the one that he scores a lot. They won 3-2, and then the Switzerland and Colombia game. They was 0-0 after full time. They went to extra time and went 0-0. So they went to the penalty kick. That's where they get 5 on each side. And Switzerland came out ahead 4-3. So they move on. So the way this is setting up tomorrow, France. Oh, what happened here? There we go. Okay, my cursor went out. France and Monaco play tomorrow at 4. Spain and Belgium. I don't think I'm going to watch that game. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'll be watching the France and Monaco. I don't really care for Monaco, but I'd like to see them beat France. They're the top dog. And then we'll talk about this Friday, but this Saturday, Norway and England. I like both of those teams, so I'm not sure. And Argentina and Switzerland play Saturday night at. I think overall, I think I'm rooting for Argentina. I want the. I want because I like Messi. I've seen enough as far as watching the World Cup so far that I liked him. He's a good, and Argentina's a good team. They're very though. What is it? Egypt gave them a run for their money yesterday, so they got to get their act together as far as that goes. So there's our sports, and World Cup is getting down to the quarterfinals, and I think the end of next week it'll be all said and done as far as that goes. So I'm really loving the soccer play. The soccer play is getting really really good. I got to bring up the Blabow. Where's the Blabow? There he is. Come back up here, Owl. Let's see. We're at an hour and 3 minutes. Tina, I know you're going to be going to over there to Hal, and as far as that goes. So let's see. So we'll see you later. We're going to go ahead and what is it? Take a little break. Let's see. I'm out of coffee, I think. Yep. Out of coffee, so I'm going to go get my second cup of coffee. You're welcome, Tina. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Let's go ahead and bring this up on the stage. And Tina is going to. It's part of the program, folks. She spends an hour here. She shares her presence at other broadcasts and stuff like that. So we do appreciate her spending an hour here and stuff like that. There's nothing to say you can't just pop in, pop out. It's just no big deal. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and it's something I forgot to add. What happened to the thing there? Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll go to that one then. We'll go to this page. We'll go to this page. Oh, that was a spotlight. Okay, that was a spotlight. Okay, here we go. We'll go to this page. So we'll be right back, and I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee. And you guys enjoy the views here from the World Live. We got the stream from their YouTube stream here, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes. Just enjoy this, and we'll be